A very good morning to my dear students. I hope all of you have done your test 3 very well. And today we will start with our syllabus of test 4. And the first chapter today that we will start is about forest. Chapter number 17, forest. You must have heard about the forest a lot. But what exactly forest is? Today we will study all about this in detail. Basically, forest is a word derived from forest, meaning out of door, which means it is a large area of land where various plants, animals, and microorganisms exist in their natural homes, where we see a variety of plants, animals living in their natural habitat. Habitat is a place of living. Forest is basically a natural piece of land which is not fenced. Whereas when you compare it to agricultural land and parks, those are not included in the definition of a forest. As parks and agricultural lands are created by humans, so they are not a natural piece of land. Whereas a forest is a natural piece of land, approximately 30% of the world's total land area is covered with forest. If we compare it with the land area, approximately 30% of it is covered with the forest. In India, the forest cover is about 21% of the total geographical area. If we see in India, the total geographical area which we see, out of which 21% is a part of forest only. Now we will discuss about the description of a forest, what exactly forest consists of in detail. Have ever visited a forest? If you have visited, you must have seen the land is uneven and it is covered with many trees like sal, shisham, teak, amla, neem, khair, kanchar, seal, bamboo, and a variety of more. In addition to the trees, you must have also seen some small plants like shrubs, herbs, and grasses on the land. Even the climbers and creepers are also present. You must have also seen a large number of birds, monkeys, and many other animals like jackal, elephant, deer, lion, which can be easily seen in a forest. In a forest, we have seen when the forest cover is thick with the trees, the forest floor is quite dark as the sunlight is not able to penetrate much through the leaves of the trees. The branches of the tall trees tend to form a roof cover of the other plants in the forest as they are very big. Such a roof cover formed by the tree branches in the upper region is called as a canopy. You can see in a figure also the tall trees which forms a cover, it acts like a roof of the tree. The part of a tree above the stem which has branches is known as the crown of the tree. Means जो ऊपर वाला part होता है उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? Crown. Crown differ in shape and sizes as different trees are of different shapes and sizes. So the shape of the crown also differ. And if you look carefully, you will find different horizontal layers of the plants are present. Each plant is not of the same length. Some are big, some are small. These plant layers found at different height below the canopy are known as understory. You can see in the figure the understory is shown under the different length. So जो tall trees का top होता है वो क्या constitute करता है? It constitute the canopy, which is followed by shrubs and the small trees which form the understory. वो उसका part होते हैं जो छोटे part होते हैं. And herbs or the ground flora form the lowermost part of the understory. वो सबसे छोटे होते हैं. Forest की जो floor होती है is often dark color and covered with the dead decaying leaves, twigs, fruits and seeds. Mushroom grow over a decaying organic matter. We know that mushroom is a fungus and it is mostly found where is a dead and decaying organic matter is there. Even the saprophytic small organism like fungi or bacteria are also present in the soil, which are known as the microorganism because they obtain their food from the dead and decaying organic matter. Then they convert it into a dark color substance which we know as humus. Humus is very essential as it increases the fertility of the soil. and the microorganism वो convert करते हैं dead plants और animals to humus, उनको हम बोलते हैं decomposers. So what are decomposers? The microorganisms which convert the dead plants and animals to humus are called as decomposers. So microorganisms help in cycling of the nutrients and they return it to the soil. Topic is the uses of the forest. What exactly the forest provide us? As I've told you in the beginning of the chapter only, forest is a natural renewable source which will never get vanished. We can use it again and again because it has the ability to regenerate themselves. Even the human beings in the ancient time used to live in the forest only. They were their habitat. They were totally dependent upon the forest only. All their needs like food, clothing and shelter all was provided and fulfilled by the forest only. But as the time is passing, the population is increasing, the demand of the human beings is also increasing. So it is causing the destruction of the forest, which will be further be studying in detail in this chapter. Now we will study a brief outline of the uses of the forest. The first and the foremost source the forest provide us, it is the source of the food. All living organisms all are dependent on plants directly or indirectly. As we know that green plants which are known as autotroph prepare their plant, and we all are also dependent upon the plants only, and the source of the plant is forest only. The next is they provide us with many useful products such as timber, firewood, fiber, paper, rubber, spices, medicines, resin. The list is endless. So it provides us with a variety of things. Next use of the forest is it prevents the soil erosion. Soil erosion is basically the movement of the upper layer of the soil from one place to another. Trees क्या करती हैं? They bind the soil and prevent it from eroding from one place to another. As soil particles together through the root system. Soil particles जो होती हैं वो root system को hold कर सकते हैं. Thus, when the wind or water comes, they are not blown and the soil is prevented from erosion. The next and the very important use is the control of the floods. Trees allow water to seep into the soil through their root system. As we know that the plants require water also. Forests act as a natural absorber of the rainwater also, as it stores the water through their root system and helps to maintain even the water table also, which is a very important source for the agriculture, water table. Further, the flow of water is also reduced by the presence of the trees. It acts as an obstruction to the flow of the water. In this manner, we can say that the impact of the flood is greatly reduced. If trees are not present, then rain hits the ground directly and the flooded the areas a lot if there were no trees. Forests, they provide us with shelter and protection. We know that many plants and animals live in forest only. Monkey lives on the trees, lions live, tiger, deer, elephant, jackal, birds, squirrel. Almost many animals live in the forest only. Similarly, a number of trees also like the herbs, the trees, the creepers, the climbers, all are found in the forest only. So we see a variety of things and living in the forest. Thus we can say the forest is a home of many plants and animals also. Even the tribal people also live in the forest today also. Many tribes still reside in the forest also. And they are dependent upon forest only for their food, shelter, water, medicine, everything to them is provided by the forest. So we can say that forests are exactly their lifeline of the tribal people as they are completely dependent upon the forest.